Good morning, everyone. We are Team Habitat from Marketing 100. We partnered with Habitat for Humanity for our project. Our CBO supervisor was Sarah Peddlety, and she was instrumental in helping us understand her organization's needs. We chose this organization because they help local families attain home ownership and have lots of involvement within the community. My name is Laura Rubio.
My name is Valerie Fabella.
My name is Anna Chavez.
My name is Cecily Hayes.
And my name is Addison Wellman. Moving on to the history of Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity International was founded in 1976. The idea of partnership housing first started on Koinonia Farm, a community farm just outside of Americus, Georgia. The farm was owned by Clarence Jordan. Jordan and Habitat's founders, Millard and Linda Fuller, developed the concept of partnership housing. Based on the need for adequate shelter and working with volunteers to build affordable houses. Habitat for Humanity now works in all 50 states across the United States and about 70 countries worldwide. Habitat has helped more than 35 million people build a safe, decent, and affordable shelter. Moving on to the marketing mix slide. The Habitat for Humanity Greater Fresno area's purpose is to share the love of God by bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. For over 3 decades, they have provided homeownership opportunities for high-risk borrowers located across the Fresno and Madera counties. This program spans across these counties with current projects being planned in Fresno, Madera, Clovis, Riverdale, and Faribault. Moving on to the slide of impact of Fresno greater area has in the community.
For over 35 years, Habitat for Humanity has been helping families attain home ownership and improve their living conditions. They have had over 20,000 volunteers participate. Habitat for Humanity partners with several local organizations, including the Fresno Adult Offender Program, which allows minor offenders to trade a day in jail for a day of volunteerism. They also partnered with the Fresno Rescue Mission. The Fresno Rescue Mission has helped Habitat for Humanity launch their Acts of Kindness program. Fresno Unified Career Technical Program has also partnered with Habitat for Humanity. They help engage high school students in construction and volunteerism. The Senior Community Service Employment Program provides hands-on job skills training for older adults. They also have refurbished outside spaces of over 70 homes through the Acts of Kindness program. They are a veteran aging in place affiliate. This means that they help older veterans stay in their homes by providing modifications to help them with their daily functional needs. Habitat for Humanity has a few retail stores in Fresno, Madera, and Clovis. These stores provide low-cost home improvement items to the general public. During COVID, they delivered food and cleaning supplies to low-income individuals and families who didn't have access to those. They have successfully implemented volunteer training software to keep track of their volunteers and provide volunteer opportunities to them. Donor contributions are really important to this organization. 85% of their contributions go directly toward program services. 10% of their contributions go to management and general services, and 5% of their contributions go to fundraising. Overall, Habitat for Humanity fosters growth of community members and strengthens the community bond. Next up, we have the annual budget and funding slide.
Habitat for Humanity's budget is based on funding provided by the government, both state and local, and donations received from individuals and other organizations. The annual budget for 2019 was $269 million. 2018, it was $275 million. For 2017, it was $268 million. So the overall average for these 3 years for the annual budget is approximately $270.6 million. The main sources are funding, donations, as mentioned, both from individuals and organizations, which can be dropped off, picked up, or done online, fundraisers, and government funding, such as grants from the state and local governments, federal programs such as Section 4 Building Program, Home Investment Partnerships Program. The overall average for government grants received for the past 3 years is approximately $15.2 million. And the overall average for donations is $256 million. Last year, Habitat Greater Fresno area received an overall amount of $676,000. Next, we'll be moving on to the marketing objective.
The marketing objective that we came up with is to host 4 family volunteer events this year. That would include family restoration projects and fundraisers. By 2026, we hope to host 1 family volunteer event every month to equal 12 events in 1 year. The purpose of this objective is to achieve a greater diversity of volunteers within the Habitat for Humanity organization. In doing this, we also hope to attract younger volunteers and include them in our restoration or revitalization projects. To implement this plan, we hope to host 4 events the first year, which would be approximately 1 event every 3 months. And over the next 4 years, we hope to add 2 events each year. We hope to achieve 12 events in a year by 2026. And we would utilize our volunteers at the neighborhood revitalization events, which is called the Acts of Kindness, where we can have children plant flowers, sweep, paint, and perform other small tasks while the adults perform the other tasks, such as planting bigger trees, getting on ladders, and helping with larger tasks. We hope to host a family night fundraiser event at Blackbeard where we can raise money and increase family participation. Next, we're going to move on to the hours of service.
Our main job as volunteers was to compile and sort a given set of data. We had to sort this data by age, veteran status, city, and zip code. Our secondary job as volunteers was to run through a beta online volunteer training program and complete a survey to give improvement recommendations. The purpose of sorting our data was for Habitat to have an organized set of data statistics to refer to. Our work will benefit Habitat's future volunteer outreach programs, as they will know where they would like to draw in more volunteers, as well as where they have been abundantly successful in drawing in volunteers. Their most amount of volunteers by city has been from Fresno and Madera counties. Our review of the beta training program will help Habitat run a smoother training program and could lead to more involvement as it becomes easier to get started. It shows them each specific range of volunteer data to give them more insight into their program and where they are lacking or abundantly successful. In conclusion, we greatly appreciate the opportunity to work with Sarah and Habitat for Humanity Greater Fresno area. We each gained insight in how to utilize Excel, review and sort data, as well as how to create and implement a plan to best achieve the goals of the program we are working with. We overall enjoyed this chance to work together as a team and still be able to gain involvement in our community, even with the challenging times that surround us.